And I am back. Happy Friday night if you're live. Otherwise, happy day. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We'll just get the video up here. Okay, so today I am going to do these two. I'm going to create a layout with these two photos. And these are photos of my grandson. This is M number 2. And he is doing his schoolwork. So he is pretty young yet. He's only in 4K. And so this is right after Christmas. The kids are back in school. They've been back in school this week, or I'm sorry, they've been back to school this week, but they have not been back in school. As far as I know, they're going back in person on Monday, but they've been out of school since the 1st of November, basically. So I wanted to kind of document his journey about what school looks like for him. His older brother does a lot of video chats. He's only in 4K. So, hey, Tammy. So he doesn't really get kind of the same school experience. In 4K, they do things like, learn to color in the lines and use glue sticks, which he's doing here, and use scissors and that kind of stuff. And obviously they learn count and alphabet and all that kind of stuff, but they're not doing the same kinds of things that the older kids are. So I wanted to make sure that I got to do his experience. So he's having a video chat here. He's doing a little school project there. And I think that's it'll be hopefully a fun thing to look back on for him, because he barely got to meet his classmates, was just getting used to school, and then he was out of school. So, not sure what I'm going to do here tonight. I did pull my school envelope of stuff. So I've got stickers and papers here. A lot of stuff. This stuff is more back to school related, that kind of a thing, which he's obviously, that's not going to be so as important. But I thought I'd just look through this and see what I can find, see if there's anything here that looks interesting. Now, right away, I kind of like this. This was at about Christmas time. I don't have it's December, so I don't know exactly when this is. But because he's in 4K, I think it might be fun to do something really bright like that kind of a background, is my thought. Just wanted to see, let's see if there's any other papers. I can always go into my regular stash if I need to. So I've got some old stuff. Actually, I like that paper, but probably not with that other stripe. There is one that I saw that was a paintbrush. Okay, so here's back to school, elementary school. But that's probably not, oh, that's the back side of that. Okay, so I did think this could work. This is not the same, but it's pretty stripy. There is obviously this solid red, which would work. And then I'm wondering if this green will work. He's wearing green. I'd probably prefer him on the red because he pops off the red a little bit more. But I just have this one piece, I think. Let's see what's on the back side of this. Yeah, I just have this one piece. I could check my stash too for some green. And I might do that because I think it would look a lot better on that. The other thing I did pull too is that besides the school, like my school embellishments and that kind of thing, I also pulled houses. So I have some houses that I got from ColorCast. And then I did have this one, I remembered I had these new home stickers here, and I did have this house, but that house doesn't work with these colors, so I think we'll put that aside. We can go to the wood houses and maybe incorporate some wood with this as well. I do have this package of die cuts too, which that would be good because there's a little crayon thing there for him. So let me see. I think he fades. I could also do yellow here too. So let me grab green first and see if I can make a green work. And that's like a real, like a Kelly green. I would know about Kelly green. Just looking to see if I have anything. And I'm guessing I don't, because this is kind of a Christmassy green, and I looked for this the other day. I have pieces of it, but not, I think nothing that's that, let's see. Grasshopper is the name of that stripe. Like, that's too bright. Okay, so I didn't see any green. I'm thinking next I might want to try some yellow, and if I don't, we'll just use, if I don't find anything, I can always use that green that I have. I did find a square of green, but not a full sheet of green. So that might also work. Let me grab my yellow. And so I have most of my papers and that kind of stuff organized by collection, but then I also organized my faux solids, which is what this is, just by color. Yeah, he's blending into the back. Well, it's not popping the photos if I'm using green. So I'm not really loving that. So now I really just need a piece large enough. See, and I think, let me show you what I mean by this. And this is cute because there's a little heart there. So there's the, let's take this away so we don't confuse. Okay, so there's the yellow. And he does kind of stand out there. And there's the green. So I think he really kind of blends in there. So I'm going to pull this one out. I could also maybe see if I can find a full sheet of yellow and then kind of use the pop him off on the red and use some yellow if I have it. Let's see. This is a piece that I cut a piece out of right from the middle, which I do like that. And this is a lighter yellow. It's not quite as buttery. My Doodlebug faux solids. I love those things. Try to find something that's not like lined. And I do have, oh, here we go. Okay. So this is the same piece. Hey, Moira and Tiffany and Glenda. So we're scrapping photos of M number 2 at school today, which is home right now. As a lot of kids. These things definitely go in their scrapbooks because hopefully they will never have another school year like 2021. And I'm thinking, now the other thing I could do, because this is a larger dot than this, I could incorporate this in to my design here. And so let's just get him onto the, and I knew this was going to happen. I have my ATG ready to go because I looked at it and I'm like, that is going to be done about the time I do the first. So yeah, it's done. Oops, I almost put that on the photo, which that's not fun. Okay, so now you get to see me change the ATG out. So I hope everybody's had a good first week, kind of back to normal life after the normal life, such as it is, normal or work life after the holidays. I've had a busy week, which is cool. very excited for that. Okay. So I'm just pulling this through. I'm trying to think who said that. Oh, I was watching Victoria Marie one day, and she said she still has to. She has an APG, and I know she uses it, but she said she always still has to look at a YouTube video to do it. But I think she doesn't use it all the time like I do. Okay, it sure was a long week. Yes, it was a long week. It definitely felt that way. Oh, and I was going to, instead of, okay, because this is a fun child layout, I was going to try to maybe actually just put a little bit of a angle on these. Let's see. I'm looking to see if, to kind of get the spacing up here and there on these two edges about the same, because I think this one I'll drop down a little bit, since this is really, really my daughter-in-law's desk, actually. But because he needs a lot more supervision when he's online than his older brother does. All right. And I forgot to change the light bulbs on my my trimmer, so this is going to prove to be interesting. It's harder for me to see where the cuts are. Okay, so there's that. This I think we're going to do as the background, and I like this side better. So that red is Doodlebug School Days, actually. And then this yellow is Doodlebug Petite Prince in Bumblebee. Okay. I was just thinking, for those of us who live in the United States, it was not just a long work week, it's just been a long week already. So then my other thought is, do I use this maybe as a little bit of a border here? Which I kind of like that idea. And bring it in that way. I'm going to cut the border strip off of here. I might need to shorten it up a little bit. And then I could cut the border here. And I have a notebook edge punch, I think. It's been a while since I've used it. I'll be right back. I do. I do use my punches, but I really love that EK Success dot, which is the scallop circle, or scallop punch. So this is another EK Success punch. So I think let's do this one. And then we'll get kind of a little school feel from this as well. And I'm laughing, you guys, as I'm doing this, I'm lifting my arm up. I started doing yoga last week every day. I used to do it every day all the time. I did yoga for more than a year. A friend and I started a yoga challenge to do it for a year, and then we did it much longer than that. But it's been a while since I've done it at much, I do it intermittently, but it's been a while since I've done it at all. And yesterday was core workout day, and literally just lifting my arm up a little bit to punch. I can feel my core. That tells me it's a good thing I'm starting to do my yoga again. I have a group of friends who we didn't start out to challenge each other, but we all kind of started it and then made a little Facebook group to encourage each other, and we were all bemoaning our not happy abs today. Okay, so then I'm just going to trim off a border, I don't know, at some size. There we go. And so I have that. Now what I could do also here is add in a small piece of washi across that is kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm going to open this up and see what I can come up with. Where do you get EKs? Mine came from Michael's when I got them. I don't know about now, like if they still carry them or not. Ooh, and as I'm doing this, you guys, I kind of like this up here just a little bit. So I'm going to bring this up and see. I think I want to trim this down a little bit. So Michael's is where I got mine, but I don't know if they still carry them, just because so many big box stores like that have gone to doing their own brand, which basically are the companies. They're just making them for the stores. Okay, so let's see what's in here that we could use. I think it'd be nice to take up some of that. Oh, I looked at this and it looked like D+. It's A+. Here's the crayon, so I think that would be good to have on here. This boy loves his ABCs and his numbers, so that would be good. Maybe that little star somewhere. Okay, so I think that's a good start. And then I want to make sure that I'm getting in at least a house here. Okay. And guys, I'm hoping we're still recording because I just lost the feed. So I'm going to come back in and see if we can get it. I think it's okay. I think it was my iPad that did it. Okay, so house or houses. We'll do that. And then I do have some other school related stuff. Here. Oh, like here's some crayons. Hey, Susan. Oh, that's cool. Tiffany said she got an interchangeable set of EK Success punches a while back. So that's neat. Just looking to see if there's anything else. I have things like buses and that kind of stuff, which are not helpful right now. Okay, so I think I have a pretty good start on embellishments here. I can always add in like little wood stars and that kind of stuff if I want to do that. And then I think one of the things that I would like to do is get a piece of washi in here. Like I said, I think that would be good to do. So if I don't use, I might use those up here and then some stars. They don't really have a two-story house like this one, but I'm thinking I might actually like one of the two-story houses a little bit better. The other thing you can do, by the way, if you want to do houses and you don't have houses, you can take an arrow. So imagine that this is solid, an arrow like this. Okay, you take an arrow like that and you just turn it so that it faces up. Now you won't have windows or anything, but that's fine. That was my trick for a long time. These are from ColorCast, just in case everybody wants to know. Yeah, I wanted to do bright and cheerful for him because he's so little. For those of you who may have come in just a little bit later, this is M number 2, so he's only in 4. Things for him are all bright and cheerful and that kind of stuff. So just looking to see what I have for. That's a little old for him. Let's see, what do I have in? Do I have any oranges that would work? That's not orange. Might have some yellow though. Kind of was trying to stay away from stripes if I could help it. Oh, this says note to self, so I think I'll do that. I mean, that's office related, but I think I can make that work for school layout. And I should show you guys, I have this lovely washi tape holder from Michaels, and it is so awesome. My reds are a little crazy right now because a lot of my reds are still sitting in my December daily supplies. I haven't, even though I'm done with my December daily, I haven't pulled that apart because I'm still scrapbooking a lot of Christmas photos, and it's just easier to do it that way. All right, so this is a little bit thicker than I thought it was going to be. So just want to make sure that I get these edges done. So there we go. I'll try to remember to mention this at the end for anybody who else joins us, but I have plans for next Friday night, so no live next weekend. And I'm sure you'll see pictures that I've scrapbook related to what I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to keep a secret. So I have a birthday coming up, not this coming week, but the week after that. And the weekend has plans have something to do with that. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of fun. And now I just thought of something because I do need to put a title on here somewhere. I should think about that. Because I could bring it down like in here. I'm going to drop this all the way to the bottom now. Wasn't going to at first, but now that I realized I probably need to make room for a title, I'll just run it right up to the bottom of these circles here. Thank you. So some of the things that I traditionally do for layouts for the beginning of the year I have not done yet. So one of them is my word. And I thought I had my word in, I'm trying to think. I found my word in, I think the second weekend in November. I'm like, that's it. That's my word. And then I was going to post it on New Year's Day, and something just held me back. I'm like, no, just wait to post that. And that night I woke up and I'm like, that is not your word. So I kind of sat with it. I thought of, at that point, I thought of something else, but it didn't stick. It didn't feel like the right word. So then I went back through Allie's list of words, if you're still trying to find one, and I found one that I liked better. So it turns out the word that I thought was my word was really just a piece of the word, or what I wanted to accomplish with it. So I do have my one little word layout to do yet, and that's probably not going to be done for a little bit yet. And then I need to do, I always do an annual birthday layout. What I'm liking, what I'm doing, that kind of stuff. And it's interesting to go back from year to year and see how those things change. Okay. So there we go. And I could put the title here, but I think it would look a little weird. I'm thinking that, and then I have a pencil that I could bring over here somewhere. So M#1's birthday was on Wednesday, so this weekend at some point, haven't decided when yet, I'm going to take his present over. And I'm very excited, you guys, because his present is a scrapbook. He's been wanting to scrapbook with me, so I went out and bought him I bought him a 6x8 Simple Stories book, and then album. And then I found a paper, like a birthday paper pack, and then a fishing paper pet because he loves to do that with his grandpa. And then I just found, I was at Walmart and I just found like one with some good just general papers in, but pattern papers. The one thing about that though, he turned 8 and they don't have a trimmer, and I don't know that he should be using a trimmer yet totally unsupervised because he's not done it. Because some of them you can still stick yourself pretty good, as some of us know. So what I think I'm going to do is, I need to do that tonight actually. I'm going to open it up and take the pages out because it has a mixed pack, and I'm going to only put in 6x8 pages in his album. And then one of the things I've decided to do with the kids this year is that, I was doing it this way. Maybe I should do it this way. I think I actually like that better. Yes, much better. Because you know why I didn't like it? Because if I made it go horizontal, the crayons would be going horizontal and these lines are going vertical. I can't even think about what the name is. And I just thought of something else. I almost feel like I need another sticker here. Oh, and darn it. And I just realized there's a notebook edge here, which I think I would really like. But, and it matches the rest of this. Let me see. Oh, or, no, that red looks kind of pink there. Maybe I could do this partially. And I just lost my train of thought. Okay, not looking as good as I thought it would. I'm going to, let's see. There's a little scallop edge. That's probably a little bit too much. Going to try just the dotted edge and see what I think. I want a little bit of separation between here and this, because that's that color. And these are just, I forget this with these doodlebugs, these doodlebug stickers are just a little bit short. Okay. Yeah, I feel a little bit better about that. It felt like it was too, well, I'm going to pull it down a little bit yet. It was like, they didn't like the 2 yellow bands together. I wanted just a little bit more separation there. Okay, so I lost my train of thought, but I think what I was going to say is, so then what I'm going to do with number 1 is he's going to get an overnight with me by himself, but then for all the other kids, I'm going to do the same thing, that everybody gets to have an overnight with me by themselves, because as they get old, as more of them get older, it's harder and harder to give them individual attention when I have them all with me. And I do like to have them all with me at times because that gives mommy and daddy a break, but it also makes it a little bit harder for them just to spend time with me one-on-one. So that's what I've decided to do. And I'm excited about that. And I know he's going to be excited. I'm sure number 2 will be. I know number 3 will be excited about that, because when she is here with me, she's like my little shadow. So that'll be like a cool thing. And then number 1 and I'll just set a table up for him in my scrapbook room, and he can scrapbook with me. I could also, if he wants to be, because I'm guessing that when he's here, I'm not going to really get a lot of scrapbooking done, which is fine. It's really for him. But anyway, so I live about an hour away from them, so it's a little bit more for me to just go in. I know that's not a lot, but for a quick little visit, my daughter-in-law's dad lives just a couple miles away, so he likes to take them out separately, and I think it's a really cool thing. And they love it that they get that individual time, so I think I'm going to do that too. I need to pull this over just a little bit here. So, and number 1 thrives on, quality time. as I'm thinking about that. Okay, I still don't think I left any room for that school 2020 that I was thinking about. If I do small enough letters, I'll be able to do it. Okay, so just get a little bit of wood veneer in each area. The house and the pencil. Okay, I didn't think that I would like that, but I definitely don't. Okay, and then I think up here, just that little star, just so there's a little something up in that corner. And of course, I always have enamel dots, so I'll probably grab some of those too. So how's everybody's December daily coming, if you're doing them? I know Moira's doing one this year. I actually was thinking about putting mine away today, and then I remembered one of the things I always do is I take favorite cards, and I do have a friend who makes gorgeous Anna Griffin cards, and you know, just the ones, my one from my stepdaughter and or my daughter-in-law and stepson this year was gorgeous, so I think it would be cool to have that in my book. And I just will punch holes, or I'll throw them in a 6x8, so I don't want to put that quite away. Not that it's that far away, because it's just on a shelf for me, but I'll be able to get and look at it. And my Christmas trees are not down. I took Santa's down and kind of stuff today and put up some snowmen. Okay, I think we're going to do that there. Okay, so now I need to think about what to, I do like that just simple title. Could maybe go up here. Let's see. Just looking to see what I have for letters that could work with this. Thought I had some navy LE Studio, but maybe I don't. I do have white though. And see, I don't have an H in here though. And I know I could make one, but I don't feel like it tonight. This is a pink fresh alpha. Maybe I can put it down in here. Oh, that's cool, Moira. So Moira is saying that she's about 2/3 of the way done and has the rest of the photos printed. So that's cool. She just needs to get it done. But it's fun to do it, you know, to take the time to do it. Okay, so I wanted to say school 2020. And now the 2020 will be bigger. Okay, so that white alpha may not work. That's neat. Yeah, that's it. Just even getting the photos printed, I think, is a big deal, because then you kind of know where you're going with it. That's what I have always found with mine, is if I get the photos done, then that's kind of my direction, because I know if you're doing a pocket scrapbook, what kind of pockets you probably are going to need and that kind of thing. And Tammy says she's just not feeling the December daily. I don't blame you. It's you know, it's been a rough year, right? It'll get done when it needs to get done. Not that big of a, oh, these would have been perfect. But I don't think I have an H in this one either. No. Nor do I have 2 O's or an L. This notebook one would have been cute. I have navy with no H. Okay, obviously LE Studio needs to put another H in here, or Kelly needs to just bite the bullet and MacGyver an H. I'm going to just quick look to see if I have anything else. And maybe I'll use that navy, because I actually kind of like the navy with that. Yeah, I was going to say, I did not buy any more navy of that. Sometimes I'll buy multiples of those. Who am I kidding? Most times I buy multiples. Okay, so, and let's see. And then Tammy said she has a 2-year-old. She has 2 granddaughters, 5 and 2 and 5, and the grandson at 2.5. Yes. They do wear you out. It's such a lovely thing, but man, they wear you out. So it is kind of nice to have them on your own. Oh, and then Moira says hers is a little tongue-in-cheek, but with some thought-provoking things. Yeah. This, if there's a year for tongue-in-cheek, this is it. I'll tell you, if you're a person who likes putting current events in your scrapbook beside your family stuff, you got it going on this year. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I haven't done anything with the election, and I don't know. Yesterday, I actually like news. Yesterday, I shut it off. Yeah, actually, the last 2 days, I shut it off. I just couldn't anymore. So, anyway, we'll see. My pandemic album is a little tongue-in-cheek and a little bit serious, depending. Oh, and I just realized I don't have 2 O's, but I have 2 Q's, so I can MacGyver the Q. Oh, that's right, Moira. You guys were on full lockdown during the holidays. And then Glenda said she's doing her December daily at a crop, which is a great idea. That's a great idea to get that done. If you just, know what you've got for the pictures and you bring all your supplies, that'd be a really good way to knock it out. Especially if you're somebody who doesn't enjoy the process daily or just doesn't have time for it in the season, or you do a little bit and then you'll catch up with it. That's a great idea. Okay, so now I need an H. And I think what I'm going to do is take this. Oh, I just looked to make sure I wasn't looking to make sure I had an S. I'm going to take this F. And then I'm going to cut, I have 3 B's here, so I'm going to cut the straight piece off the B's. Off the B. But where it went, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Hey, we have professional scrapbooking here. Or not. Okay, so there's the H. So that's a B and an F. If you don't like how wide that is, I could also just cut that a little bit more. But I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I saw that England is in full lockdown again, too. I live in a state in the United States where they determined that it is illegal for a governor to ask us to stay at home any more than we already have. So that won't be happening. I did get some good news today, or yesterday. I was just kind of looking to see. My sister, who's a nurse, has had the vaccine. My ICU nurses have had the vaccine. I have somebody who works for a care facility who had it, and I wasn't quite sure what that meant for me to do it, and I keep going out back and forth for lots of reasons. But anyway, so I wanted to look to kind of see where I would be, and it hasn't been made clear, but we got some guidance from our national organization yesterday, and they said that massage therapists are considered healthcare workers, that were considered essential healthcare workers, which means we are in group 1A, which in the United States is the first group to get vaccinated. So I actually called my local health department yesterday because I don't work for anybody. I work for myself, so that's really hard to get vaccinated. And my health department, I could have been vaccinated next Friday, but I've got plans. So that's pretty cool. So if I decide that, yes, I'm definitely going to do it, it's there and it's ready for me, which makes me feel a lot better. Okay, so now just need some green. So I thought that was kind of cool because part of it is it's so different state by state. Just kind of looking at different, look at those Mongo Bella Boulevard dots. I'm not doing those. Mongo being extra large. That's a word from my mom. Might end up using that. Well, I was going to say that light blue. Maybe this red. I actually have red. I should just grab them because I have them. Although this is that light red. But I have red in my December daily. I just have to grab them. Okay. Oh, so Moira, that's wow. So Moira I was just reading Moira's post, and she said that they have, as of tomorrow, they're going to have a curfew on top of being locked down. Are your numbers that bad, or are they just being extra cautious so they don't get there? Okay. Just trying to find the right dots here. I think I'm going back to these. Might as well use up a package, right? Just going to grab the big ones. And really, I'm only going to be able to have, I think, 2. Which here, that's not such a big deal. And I don't think that's a big deal here. I may be wishing for another one over here. So I think I'm going to grab one of these because I think I can fake a smaller one here. Close enough. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh gosh, Moira. So Moira just said that their numbers are terrible, worse than the first wave, which ours were too when it hit us in mid-November to early December, like overrun hospitals, no beds available. And then, so their hospitals are at the breaking point. So I think a lot of people are there now that, you know, obviously New York in the United States had it very badly and things were overrun there. But I don't think a lot of other areas did in that first wave. So Tiffany says they're in Arkansas. They're at 3,000 to 4,000 people a day. I'm guessing positive. So we're at about 3,400 people a day, and that's good for us. When we hit our highs in mid-November or late November to early December, we were at 8,000 people a day in Wisconsin. So that was a little crazy. Okay. Yeah, scary. And 5,000 in South Carolina a day. So yeah, it's definitely, they warned us, right? They said it was going to get worse. All right. So I think that's pretty good. I actually like the way this turned out. So like school, but not back to school themed, which was kind of what my intention was with this page. I wanted it to be school, but not so back to school themed. Okay, so I think, yeah, it's pretty early. So I'm going to clear out a little bit here just so I can see, because I have a hard time working if my desk is too messy, which it is at the moment. Well, it's not messy, but there's a lot of stuff on it. So I'm going to take all my school stuff and put it on the floor. And I have a cute picture of M number 4. And he's doing something that I know if I did it, I would hurt myself. I'll show you in just a second. Just kind of do a little cleanup here. Okay, close enough. All right, so there's layout number 1. So layout number 2, I'm thinking we're going to do this picture of M number 4 here. So the whole point of this is his COVID hair. So he's, is he 18 months old here? He's 17 months old here. And he hadn't really he had a little bit of a haircut, but not much. So, All right, Moira, we'll see you back in just a minute. Saw it. So the point of this is that he's got COVID hair, and then he did get last week he got a haircut. So this is towards the end of November. But do you see what he's doing? He's squatting, and he did this with me the last time I was there. I was building a tower with him with blocks, and he probably sat like that for 20 minutes. If I did that, I'd never be able to get up. Someone would have to take me to the hospital to get me up. That's all I can say. Just shows you what happens as you're younger and then you get older. I'm going to go grab my my baby envelope, baby boy. Just because I'm thinking there might be, I want to emphasize his jammies there so that we can emphasize him. Which I have no idea then what I'm going to do for let's see. Not sure what I will do for embellishments though. I like this piece of paper. This is an Echo Park piece from Boy Oh Boy, which is from 2018. I've had a lot of boys to scrap, so it's okay. Just looking to see if I have any other pieces that will work with that one. I think I have a green that will work with this. It's always interesting when I do this, when I start out with absolutely no idea of what I'm going to do. It's also a little intimidating for me. Yeah, the good news about stars, Tiffany, is that it's pretty easy to figure embellishments out. Well, because embellishments out from there, I guess, because, right, I can use stars. So I can relax about that. All right, and then I'll grab that and see. And because this is really about COVID hair and his lack of a haircut there, and his hair was curling so cutely. So I'm going to grab my green, because I'm pretty sure I have a green that will work with that, just in my files. So here's how I organize my paper. This comes out of the slot. I put my scraps that are big enough to like do mats and that kind of stuff on top, and then my solids right below. And I thought I had, well, here's more stars. That would definitely work. Stars and stars. Maybe. I kind of like it. Not sure that I would have thought I would like that, but I actually do quite a bit. And then that gold. I kind of like the idea of playing off that gold star maybe, but I don't know if we're going to find any gold. So let's grab the yellow again and see if I have anything that would work. That could work. This is actually the closer of the other ones. I'm hoping, can you guys, let's see. Hoping you guys can kind of see. Yeah, you can see the paper stack. I've lost the internet again on my iPad. I could use this if I just use like maybe a little piece of it to maybe back the photo, is my thought there. Yeah, that's not right. And I'm going to quick look through, whoops, I just took the gold paper. I could look to see, let's see, maybe I could do like a blue from that as well. We could just mat him. Okay, let's see if either of these would work. That's a little bright. Those are both a little bright. So I'm just going to check to see if I have any gold there. And hold on a second, guys. My iPad is lost the connection again, so I'm just going to bring it back up. I know my phone is still videoing, so I don't think I've lost you. Let's see. We do have this stripe. Ooh, like that idea, actually. The stripe and the stars, maybe? Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. My iPad has definitely lost YouTube, so hold on a second. I have to actually power it down. So I'm thinking, let's see, what could we do? You know, I've got this purple here too, but I'm going to ignore it. Maybe this yellow just needs to be a little piece, like a thicker border here. There we go. I'm going to do that thicker. Oops. Be good if I had the margin about the same though. Okay. I'll just cut that. And just a little bit wider border here. And I keep getting this off. Let's try this again. Okay, I think that's a little bit better, a little bit more even.
Last Friday, this guy stole a package.
Sorry, guys. All right, Moira's back. My iPad's just about back. We take it. Okay, so I just saw everybody's comments. So that's Susan. That's funny. It would take a crane to get you up. Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's see. Trying to decide if we want that to be the back. And just another layer of paper here with the small stars. If I had that blue, I would say I would do that. So I'm going to grab some blue as the background. Oh, okay. I hope everyone is everyone sitting down? I might have that blue in cardstock. And I only say that because I don't use it all that often. It's not that I don't like it. I do like cardstock. I just think in terms of, my head works in terms of patterns. Okay, so I don't think I have that blue. The blues are all just a little bit too far off from that. It's kind of a Wedgwoody blue. So let me grab my cardstock and see if we can get something close to do just like a background. I feel like I need a frame for the stars, which for me, have a design that goes off like that. Okay. Looking to see here. See, these look really dark, and then I put them on here and they don't, but okay. Actually, I think that one works pretty well. And then what I could do if I wanted to is I might gut a little bit out of the middle and put a tiny blue frame around that too. Okay, is everybody okay? I'm going to use cardstock. I hope you're all seeing the, it's just, you know, we all have things that we find harder to do, and something so silly for me. I have a harder time using cardstock just because I'm so used to using patterns. So I'm just gonna gut this so I can grab a square out of here. And this star I'm going to leave mostly intact with just a small border. And I'm kind of amusing myself tonight, you guys. It may not be funny, but yeah, I do like the way this blue came out. So I love basil. I do use cardstock mostly for cards, but every so often, I actually like it like if I'm doing a crop and one of the challenges is to use cardstock, or if you use pattern paper to use cardstock and vice versa. And sometimes I'll just make myself do it because I think it's actually good for your brain to think of, you know, to scrapbook a little bit different than you do every so often. So I'm going to take this down. The star paper I'm taking down to 11¼ inch. Okay. Okay, my trick for getting these straight, put glue, whatever your adhesive is, only on one side, get it down, hold it, and then put the adhesive on the other sides. And it's really important if you're doing like a thin frame, if I wanted to really gut this, it really helps to just put it on one side because then your frame doesn't shift and you get it on straighter, more likely straighter anyway. Okay, so there's my, oh, okay. Really like the way that actually looks with that blue frame now. And then, do I want to do a piece of this? I have a lot of this green star paper, so I'm just going to chop off a bit and see what happens. I'm kind of liking that, actually. Who knew? Stars on stars. If you had asked me if that was going to work, I would have said no. But I really like how that's looking. And I think I'm going to do a square of this as well. Okay. There we go. So Tiffany's saying that she mostly uses pattern too. If you go back through my albums, oh, like I did a trip to England and Wales in 2006, and I have it scrapbooked. And it's really interesting because that's where I started to switch from cardstock to pattern paper. And it's kind of cool for me to look at that because I can see the change happening. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring him down here towards the bottom here just a little bit. And now I have to think about what can we do for, because I don't really have anything that has anything to do with hair. So I'm thinking kid stuff, kid embellishments like that. And I do like these doodlebug icons. I think they actually work really well with that, but I'm also going to check to see if I have anything here that would work. Stay wild, my child. I'm not sure that, well, he is actually wild. He's climbing everything right now. So I think we're going to use that. And the reason I'm going to use this in particular is that it's brown, and I think it'll help emphasize his hair. So even though that would go for me, I think it's going to. You have to have those layouts every so often that you just kind of play around a little bit, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, it is a good contrast, isn't it? Okay, I'm just grabbing more pieces here. I've got this little onesie here in brown. I have an alpha here. Can I spell out COVID? I cannot. Can I spell out hair? I can spell out hair. So I could do COVID in this large letter. It may not pop off the background enough, but we'll see. And then I actually have this onesie down here too. So maybe we could do this little Stay Wild Little Child down here. I also need a journaling something, and I have stars, so I should use some stars on here. Also, I'm looking for, here's that piece, here's the die cuts for that. So let's see if I have anything in here that can work. This is what happens when you have 2 great nephews and 3 grandsons. You have a lot of baby boy scrapbooking stuff. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for saying that, Tiffany. Yeah, it pops it a little bit. This is cute. It says Baby Smiles. It's not the right yellow though. Now that I'm looking at it. This one is cute because it says, oh boy. But I think we're getting a lot of colors in here that we don't have in here. This could be my journaling piece though, because I could pop just a piece of paper in here. That's a thought. And let's see, I'm not seeing anything else that I think is going to work here. I think there's too many other colors in here. And now I do have like little animals and boats and that kind of stuff on this Doodlebug sheet. So I can always go back to this and just add pieces in because, you know, it is what it is. Was thinking about looking to see if I have any brown journaling cards that work with that, or I always have white. Here's a little wood one. Thinking maybe the sailboat. Yeah, I think I'll just do that down here. Oh, and that'll need to go. I need to get that up, lifted. Not quite committed to that yet, but I think this is okay here. So let's get tape behind that. Maybe like one of the little birds or something, except that I was thinking the yellow, to get more yellow in here, but the yellow bird is facing the wrong way. This is one of those layouts where I don't have anything to, like, theme-wise that'll work with this. Just getting little boy stuff here. But stars are easy. Okay, I think that's good. Put some adhesive on the back here. And I think this is Yeah, this is Bella Boulevard. This is Pebbles, Basil, Echo Park. So we have like 4 different companies on here. I'm looking at that brown and I don't know if I love that. It's almost calling too much attention to itself here. I'm going to try to slip this in and see what I think. Yep, I like that better. Okay, so I'm going to take the yellow card out. Yeah, I think you're right that the green onesie does show better. So, okay, so there's the yellow in, right? And here's the brown. And when I pull this like this, all I'm seeing is that brown card. So I'm going to take that out and we'll put the yellow in. I think this just blends in just a little bit better. It's pulling because we want to emphasize his, you know, his hair and him, and it was pulling too much attention away. Those little tiny subtle things that you do that make your layout work or not work. Or if it's little things, you know, if you think, why is this not right? Because I looked at it and I'm like, there's something not working there. What is it? The other thing I like about this, now this cluster feels like it has yellow in it as well. Okay, I'm going to grab, I have stars and hearts both, but I'll try stars because we have a lot of stars on that page. So let's see. I seem to have not as many LE Studio stars as I thought I did. You know what that means. The next time they offer them, it's time to buy some. Okay. So that blue is the wrong blue. The green is not a great green. The yellow is awesome, but I only have one. Let's see if I can make the green work. No, it does not look good. Let's see how the blue looks. Nope. All right, back to the drawing board. I could do hearts too. And I don't, you know what, now that I think about it, I might have some stars in my December daily kit. So I'm gonna grab those if I have them. Oh, let's see. Oh, I do. I have some small ones. So there, let's see. I would be able to get some yellow stars on here. Put that one up where we can see it. And there's only 3. So keep wanting to put that one up. But there's yellow enamel dots, or not enamel dots, but yellow dots here. So maybe what we'll do is one of these will have 2 of these puffy dots and one of them will have 2 of the puffy stars. So, okay. So that was easy. So now what we need to do is get the title on here. And I'm thinking if I can, I'd like to go back to this blue. And let me grab some thickers. That might work in that. Just trying to see if I have anything that are in those colors. And I can always do, like I can always do the brown, but I think that'll pull the, just like the journaling card did, I would think if I way. Okay, so that's too light, I think. But okay, and I have much in the way of the alphas here. Yeah. This is one of those sheets that I'm having a hard time parting with because I have all those numbers left and punctuation. And I think if I do, let me try this. Yeah, if I use that, it's just disappearing right into the background, so that's not dark enough there. If it was thicker, maybe it would be okay. I have this, but that I don't think is the right blue either. That's okay. Okay. That's the one I like the best. Now let's see what kind of title I can make. So do I have, I have small D's. Can I make like hair? See, I could make the word haircut. And actually, maybe I'll try to do, I could do COVID above that maybe in yellow or something like that. Okay, and I have to MacGyver a C, I think. I like to do that oftentimes with lowercase q's, but I've used them all. So then we'll use a B here, I think. Because I don't think my, I was going to see if I could do it with the G. It would be a lot fussier to do it with the G. So we're just going to do it with the B. I'm going to need to move the haircut over. Okay, if I could remember how to spell it. Oh, I missed some of this punctuation here. I have one X. Here's the way you do that. And when I'm texting and that kind of stuff, I'll often use 2 question marks and an exclamation point. So that's very me. Okay, I guess that went across just like it needed to. So we need to do that. And then I'm going to try, I can't do COVID in those brown letters. That's right. I need my dot for my eye though. Let's see if I have like a yellow, maybe tile or blue. This, oh my gosh. Okay, I love these alphas from Webster's Pages, but look what happens here. Like they come off. So like all my C's are down here and they're wrecking my A's, and I don't know if I can even make this work. Actually, I don't like that either, but now that I think about it, I have an alpha like that in yellow. It's just finding it. Here we go. These are not quite as sassy as that other one was. Okay. And I can make the word COVID. I'm okay if you don't see much of this. Because I was going through photos looking for a layout for something on Flickr the other day, and I did something about thrift shopping, and I realized I missed the R in thrift. And I think it's from last year. I'm sure it's in my 2019 book, and if I try to take those letters off, I'm not sure it will work. If I have time tomorrow, I'll look at it, but that may just stay the way it is.